Today I'm going to show you what the best sleeping position is and how you can modify the rest of the positions to protect your cervical, lumbar and shoulder area. I am Marcos Ecristan, your favorite physiotherapist, and this is Physiotherapy to your reach. Access more than 500 videos through my application. Download it in the top right corner of the screen. What you have to keep in mind is that we are always going to seek the neutrality of the column, that is, avoid positions of extreme extension, flexion or rotation. Let's start with the most basic, the lying down position. Face up. The cervical area should remain neutral in relation to the thoracic area and the shoulders. For this, you will need a medium thickness pillow. Because if you remove the pillow or if you place a very thin pillow, we will enter into an extension position, and if you place a pillow that is too thick or two pillows, you will find yourself with a too pronounced cervical flexion. These types of positions are not liked by the neck and maintained for long hours can favor the appearance of pain. So get yourself a medium thickness pillow that allows you to maintain the alignment of the head with the shoulders. Next, another point to consider is the lumbar spine. If you sleep with your legs stretched out, it's possible that the psoas muscle, which you can see here on the screen, pulls down, causing an increase in the lumbar arch or lordosis. That's why if you have lower back pain, I propose two solutions. The first one is to place a pillow under your knees so that the tension of the psoas is relieved and the lumbar area is more flattened on the bed. The other option is to use a soft mattress so that the support of the pelvis and shoulders sinks and the lumbar area is much more supported and collected by the mattress. If what you have is shoulder pain, we are going to seek neutrality again, avoiding extreme positions such as placing the arm crossed or above the head. You can simply place it on the side. However, if it causes you pain, I also recommend placing a pillow laterally so that the shoulder remains more aligned with its joint in the scapula. When you turn face down, if you keep the pillow, you're going to encounter a very obvious problem. The cervical area is extended and is not at all aligned with the thoracic spine. For this, obviously, you have to remove the cushion and use a very thin pillow, or directly not use any pillow at all. The second problem with the face down position is that the head will remain rotated for long hours, to the left or to the right, something that can be quite unpleasant when you wake up. And not only that, but the lumbar area can become excessively arched, especially if you have a soft mattress. So my recommendation, if you sleep on your stomach, is to change positions. But if you can't do that, you should have a hard mattress to prevent the lumbar area from arching too much, or place a pillow right below the pelvis at the level of the anterior superior spines, as shown here on screen, to elevate that pelvis and prevent there from being too pronounced a lordosis. At the shoulder level, if the base position bothers you, you can place another cushion right below to help maintain good alignment of the arm with the scapula. The three-quarter position is the midpoint between being face down and lying on your side. It's not a bad position, as the head is not in extreme rotation, flexion or extension. Again, the ideal is to not have a pillow or a very thin pillow to prevent the cervical area from being positioned in prolonged flexion or extension. At the lumbar level, the fact of having a flexed leg counteracts the lumbar lordosis, keeping our spine in a neutral position. If you sleep a lot in this position, I recommend having a soft mattress, as the support of the right shoulder and the right hip will sink more into the mattress, providing better support to the lumbar area. In this region, if you have hip pain, what you can do is place a cushion just below the knee to prevent hip adduction, and if you have shoulder pain, you can place another cushion to support the arm and keep it in a more neutral position relative to the shoulder blade. And if you have both shoulder and hip pain, you'll have to sleep alone in the bed because you'll take up too much space. We finish with the lateral position. The first thing we see here is that the head is tilted too much. You will need a pillow of a certain thickness so that your head is aligned with your spine. In my case, I will need an additional pillow since I have quite broad shoulders. In this way, the cervical spine will be perfectly aligned. Regarding the lumbar area, by having the legs flexed as in the 3/4 position, we will not have an exaggerated lordosis. As for the shoulder, you should leave the painful shoulder in the upper part. And if the position causes you pain, you can introduce a cushion between the ribs and the arm for a more comfortable posture. In addition, the mattress should be soft so that the shoulder and hip support sink into the mattress and the lumbar area gets good support in its lateral part. In my opinion, this is the best sleeping position as we are not exaggerating any movement of the cervical area and any movement or position of the lumbar area. Finally, if you have hip pain, placing a pillow between your knees from the pelvis to the feet will help relax the area, alleviate hip pain, and greatly improve sleep. You're probably thinking, what does the position matter if I constantly move during the night? Well, what really matters is the moment you fall asleep, the moment you doze off, because if you have neck or lower back pain or even shoulder pain, it will take you much longer to fall asleep than if you didn't have it. That's why the initial position has to be as comfortable as possible so you can fall asleep as quickly as possible. However, even though the mattress and pillow are important, when it comes to falling asleep, what you do during the day is more important than what you do at night. Having a set routine even on holidays and weekends, that is, getting up and going to bed at the same time even though it's quite complicated, avoiding heavy dinners, doing some sport at midday, and above all, avoiding screens like mobile and television at least 1 hour before going to bed are very, very important recommendations if what you want is to improve your sleep quality. If you want to know the type of pillow that suits you according to your morphology, you can click on the link that appears there. To access a complete video about choosing the pillow when it's time to sleep. I hope you liked this video, that you can share it with those who need it, and that you come back soon to see any of my other ones.
Videos.